welcome everyone. It's a pleasure to welcome you warmly to our latest SEGRA conversation, number 34, the penultimate for the year. For those who don't know me, my name is Kate Charters and I'm the chair of the National Steering Committee for SEGRA. SEGRA is the acronym for Sustainable Economic Growth for Regional Australia. SEGRA is recognised as Australia's most credible independent voice on issues affecting regional and remote and rural Australia. Established 24 years ago, it was set up to ensure issues affecting regional, rural and remote Australia were given a voice, particularly on the national agenda. SEGRA aims to encourage networking, sharing of ideas, success stories, policy proposals amongst regional economic developers, community developers, government, elected officials, private and not-for-profit sector, and researchers. I'd also like to welcome the co-facilitator for the session, Robert Prestipino, who's the principal of Vital Places. Many of you will know Robert from SEGRA, but Robert has worked extensively in regional economic development in towns around Australia and regional towns in particular, and expanding from Ingham to Goondiwindi to Quilpie, Geelong. So a lot of experience in this space. And Robert is particularly known for his design thinking skills as well. So welcome, Robert. Before I welcome and introduce our speaker today, I'd just like to run over some housekeeping. Because of the format, it's not really possible for direct speaking from registrants, but can I please encourage you to use the Q&A button or the chat box to participate, and we'll try to get as many questions as we can and have it as interactive as possible. I did explain to Penny that people are really interested in how they might implement a similar program in their own regions. The other thing is the webinars are all recorded and are available on the SEGRA website, www.segra.com.au, and they're also available on the SEGRA YouTube channel. So I'd now like to warmly welcome Penny Stringer, who's the Industry Engagement Coordinator at the University of Tasmania Career Connect. Penny has extensive experience working across employment services, recruitment, RTO and schools and industry engagement in not-for-profit and higher education. And Penny currently provides university-wide industry engagement support to all disciplines statewide. And this was how I in fact found out about Penny, because she was doing some work in terms of Career Connect in northern Tasmania. Penny currently works in the Career Connect team, which manages the UTAS job portal Career Connect and supports the IPrep program by finding employers who are interested in hosting students on internships. Penny's going to be talking to us today about a range of in-discipline and co-curricular work experience programs that are run at the university, ranging from advertising and employment opportunities, holding events ranging from virtual cuppas and mini expos. And a particular aspect that Penny is engaged in is helping international students gain some Australian workplace culture and experience. So it's lovely to have you here, Penny, and I'm quite excited to hear about the work you're doing in getting employment opportunities for graduates in regional Tasmania. Over to you, Penny.
Thank you so much, Kate. It's a real pleasure to be here today, and thank you for your time. My presentation's brief, it's not death by slideshow, I promise. But for anybody who would like for me to provide a little bit more detail about any of the programs that I cover briefly today, please do reach out. So as Kate mentioned, I'm the Industry Engagement Coordinator with the Central Careers team at UTAS, and my role is statewide and I do cover all disciplines, which gives me a really great, I guess, helicopter view of the university's activities with industry engagement. The University of Tasmania itself has a strategic directive to be place-based and support regional opportunities in the state. Not to say we don't support national and international opportunities as well. So I've just got a brief couple of videos as well as some slides to work through some of the different programs and services that we have on offer. Hopefully the technology works. I have pressed next. I'll just give it a moment to see if it'll go. Okay, oops, all right, bear with me.
The Career Connect team is located centrally at the University of Tasmania, and it allows employers to connect directly with our students and graduates for the purposes of talent recruitment. We can help employers find the best talent for the needs of their organisation, and that might be students or early graduates.
If you're looking to recruit students or engage with students, then the Careers Connect team is your one-stop shop. They partner with industry. They will provide those insights and ways that you can get involved with the university.
I would highly recommend other organisations to use the Careers Connect team as it bridges the gap between the employee and the student to make a smoother transition.
The University of Tasmania is a central player in the Tasmanian workforce and landscape, and it's really important that we develop strong relationships with our local employers. We are at the moment educating the next workforce of the state, and we really want early engagement with our employers to know that what we're doing and the people that we're sending out into their organisations are meeting the needs of those organisations.
So my name is Alicia O'Brien, and I commenced in the UTAS Career Tasmania graduate program in October 2018. I started in high performance, and now I've commenced a permanent position in as sponsorship coordinator in the marketing and commercial team.
It's really important to have a strong relationship with UTAS because we're a growing organisation and we're recruiting a lot of people. We need skilled people. There's a skills shortage actually in our area. It's important to work together so that we build the relationships so that we're getting the skilled people that we need.
So we have a really strong relationship with University of Tasmania because we believe in providing opportunities to young Tasmanians. We've been a local employer for almost 200 years now, and we recognise that what has got us here today might not get us where we need to go. So we looked for UTAS for our future leaders, for critical thinkers, and for that diversity of thought, which we really need.
It's incredibly important for Houstons to have that strong relationship with the University of Tasmania. It allows us access to students and graduates that we previously didn't have. It's also allowed us to diversify our workforce and ensure that our workforce planning is there for the future.
Employers should work with the Career Connect team because basically we know our students. We can find the student that you might be looking for that you didn't know you were. We can look in a cross-disciplinary way and find students that might have had skills from a previous degree or the degree that they're in, or draw those two things together to really meet the needs of your organisation in a unique way.
I'm not sure if the next slides come up. Can someone just confirm that you can see? Right.
Not yet.
Okay.
But now we're moving.
Seems to take a few clicks and then skips over.
Right.
Okay. Apologies for the technical issues. I think we're okay. So this slide just sums up really nicely that some of the different services that we provide, and we've broken it into what we've called the 4 E's. So your educate, empower, experience and employment. You know, we're really interested in any kind of industry engagement that gives students insight into, you know, the real world and working life in any form. And we've spent the year, as many of the other higher education institutions have, engaging with industry more virtually than ever before. Which has been a learning curve for myself and for the University of Tasmania's careers team. But we've been surprised by the level of engagement. It's been really lovely that industry have embraced the virtual engagement as probably something that will continue into the future. to offer that mixed mode delivery to students and graduates. So you can see in the different boxes, we've got just a few of the different ways that businesses can engage with the University of Tasmania, but we're always open to suggestion. If businesses are doing something with their local university and they're interested in doing the same thing with UTAS, we'd really like to have that conversation. That's the beauty of the careers team. We can offer that versatility. So that's a really great sort of overview of the different ways that you can engage. As I said, if you're curious about any of those particular things, I'm more than happy to take it offline and have a chat to you separately. So supporting industry engagement, as I said, we're looking at both face-to-face and virtual engagement moving forward, which is really exciting. In my 2.5 years of experience in my current role so far, we've supported businesses with the development of graduate programs, as well as internship program development. So for businesses that would like to take graduates from UTAS who don't have existing programs, it is something that we can help develop together. We do have HR qualified people in our teams, and we can support the development of that. We've run a number of career expos in the virtual world, which has been also really well received by both students and industry. We've used a number of different platforms, but the Career Connect portal has its own virtual fair functionality that we've used, and it's gone really well. So for any businesses that are interested in getting involved in our mini fairs, we call them mini because they're mostly discipline specific now rather than an institution-wide fair. We do run a number of events for a number of different disciplines and work closely with them in that space. So if you're interested in finding out if we have a fair relevant to you and your business, do let me know. We run information sessions specific to businesses, so we don't just do discipline-specific events. We can also hold an information session either virtually or face-to-face into 2021, hopefully, where we're talking about your organisation and how you might engage with graduates or early in degree people, you know, looking at work experience opportunities, whether it's a set up internship program or just organisational structure, and just wanting to do a bit of brand spruiking to our students. I'd really love to support that as well, so do keep that in mind. We've held a number of industry panels and other events throughout the year as well. So working with disciplines to bring, say, a group of engineers together to talk about what it's like being a real life engineer with engineering students, and similarly with organisations to, you know, the discipline of relevance. So that is something that we can support. And if you're interested in that, you can set up a profile in Career Connect and actually nominate the different E's, the different 4 E's that you might be interested in engaging with. And one of those would be industry panels. So if you want to put your hand up to come along to a panel, have an opportunity to talk about yourself and your business, then we would really love to have that conversation with you as well. And as I mentioned, internships and work experience programs are something that we can talk about. I will cover IPrep in a little bit more detail shortly. There is a section in the slideshow for that, so bear with me. But the work experience also refers to the in-discipline placements that students are often able to engage with through their degree. So they just sign up as a unit of study and they can do work experience for around 100 hours or 12 weeks placement that's relevant to their discipline of study. So I can definitely introduce anybody who's interested in finding out more about those programs. We do have work experience programs in most disciplines, and they are all calling for more business engagement and more work experience opportunities moving into 2021. So do let me know as well if that's of interest. So this is just a snapshot of what the website looks like and where you can find a little bit more information out about Career Connect. Just so you know, the LEAP branding is something we're transitioning away from. That is what our employer support service was called in the previous 12 months. So we've transitioned to Career Connect, just so there's no confusion there. But any questions around engaging with students who are graduating or even current students looking for part-time casual work, we can have a chat about that as well. A little bit more information about Career Connect there. So really easy navigating panels to the left. So, and it's just a matter of going to www.utas.edu.au, and you can find Career Connect by putting a / and Career Connect in there as well. So this is a picture of one of the banners that we have in Career Connect, and this is, it was a fee for service that we were offering, but we've waived all fees for engagement due to the difficult year that we've all had. So for any businesses seeking graduate opportunities or regional opportunities for summer vacation work or anything like that, we do have this really great visually dynamic banner functionality in Career Connect as well. So do consider that, and if you're interested in finding out some more information, I'll be happy to share that with you as well. But all fees are waived, as I said, so it is completely free of charge, and we're doing what we can to support regional businesses and getting more movement from our students and graduates who are based in the metropolitan areas. So the Career Connect job portal itself, it's quite difficult to explain. It's much easier to show you, and that might be something that we can take offline as well. But basically it is a one-stop shop for jobs postings. So very central place for you to post any opportunities that could be discipline specific or part-time casual, anything to do with employment opportunities, as well as paid internships can be advertised through the job portal. And it is, like I said, completely free to register and post. And our digital promotion services are also available for free, just to help extend the reach of your opportunities. One of those services that is most popular would be our targeted emailing services, which really helps businesses who are looking for, say, an engineering graduate or somebody from a particular discipline. We can target email on your behalf to reach the right candidates to apply for your roles. And the Career Connect portal is actually set up to complement your existing job posting. So we're not trying to reinvent the wheel and get you to repost everything again. You can actually use a link to your website or a link to an existing Seek posting in the Career Connect portal, just to create that central landing place for students to find those opportunities as well. As you can see there, we've got the news feed as well. So that's a really great place to make announcements for events and for upcoming opportunities as well. And that is also part of the digital promotion packages that we offer. So IPrep internships, I think, is the next slide. So what we do through Career Connect is support the intern and the business while the students are on placement by having a beginning, mid and end of internship check-in process, which is a really quick survey as well as telephone contact by our teams. So the Career Connect portal helps manage our internship program as well. So I briefly mentioned before, and so did Kate, thank you for the intro there. IPrep is our flagship international student work preparation program. It is different to our in-discipline placements because it is specific to international students. It is shorter in duration, so they're 50 to 80 hour placements. And as of this year, we're really excited to announce that we have virtual internships as an offering as well. So we can extend our reach for businesses that may not be based in Tasmania. We could certainly have a conversation about engaging our students in a virtual internship arrangement. And in 2021, we'll be looking at mixed mode delivery, where students might be able to do some face-to-face interaction so they get the workplace culture exposure that they're seeking as international students, as well as finishing projects and getting the projects done in time through the virtual offering as well. So IPrep is very, very exciting, and it's government supported as well, which is lovely. So State Growth have come on board to support us financially to extend the reach in the north and northwest of Tasmania, to look after those regional places and to provide some valuable work experience opportunities to the students who are studying in those areas as well. The next recruitment round will be in March of 2021. For anyone who might be interested in hearing some more about that, do let me know. I'm hoping the next slide is a video and hoping the video works, crossing fingers.
So the University of Tasmania's IPrep program is really all about preparing international students for their future careers. It provides them with an opportunity to have a real work experience in one of our Tasmanian organisations, and it draws on our extensive range of industry networks that we have right here in the state.
The benefits to Calvary participating in the IPrep program were access to high calibre students. The program was a great cultural fit for Calvary and its diversity. So much so we've even offered our first IPrep internship, a fixed term employment over the summer.
The benefits to Oak Possibility has been the opportunity to have students from other cultures work in our organisation, and that is helping to break down the cultural barriers that may exist.
So Marinova's a local Tasmanian company, but we operate on the world stage. And by accessing the IPrep program, we've had students come on board who've been able to give us insights into the unique international markets that we operate in.
Glenorchy City Council has been a strong supporter of the IPrep program over a number of years. During that time, we've been really fortunate to have several students from different backgrounds who have really enhanced our workplace.
The benefits to employers of participating in the IPrep program, I believe, are threefold. One, we get to diversify our workplace culture. Secondly, it broadens the talent pool from which we get to recruit. And thirdly, it's a great response to a culturally diversifying market out there. By having this cultural integration within our team, we're better placed to service our clients.
Okay, hopefully that's progressed okay to the next slide. Excellent. So what you can see on this slide here are some photos of some of our students who were placed in the last 12 months with various businesses across Tasmania. So the one on the top left is Ting, and he was placed with Eastside Lutheran College, which is an independent high school in southern Tasmania. He subsequently went on to apply for a role with a Launceston school and moved his family to Launceston. So that's a regional success there. By all accounts, the staff who supervised him for his placement were really, really pleased with his contribution to their project. And then the confidence that he gained from the IPrep program really encouraged him to apply for the opportunity that came up in Launceston, and he was successful. So that is just one of the fantastic success stories that we do have from the IPrep program. On the right-hand top, we've got Illuminate Education, who took Rai for a placement. Rai is was a HR graduate. He's finished up with the UTAS now. And Illuminate Education were a really good fit for him to do some project work that was relevant to his future. And he's gone on to be offered a position with state government, I believe. So that's also another great success story. In the bottom left, you can see Regional Development Australia, Tasmania actually came on board as an employer host, and RDA have actually been supporters of the IPrep program for a good couple of years now. I think that might be Craig. It's very small on my screen. But, pictured is the employer host with the student, and they supported the RDA in a very interesting project that was collating some data. And I believe that those skills would be something that the student would have really valued going into their future employment. And I believe that student has also moved to Launceston, or is in Launceston, and has successfully launched her career as well. So three really great success stories. And then the bottom right is a student who took a placement with ANZ Bank in Launceston. So lots of Launceston students, which is wonderful. And I do believe that he has also gained employment recently as well. So I think he was an accounting student who had an opportunity to get some insight into the finance sector through the ANZ Bank. So yes, really great success stories for regional Tasmanian opportunities. So just to sum up some of the benefits of the IPrep program, as I mentioned, they are 50 to 80 hour internship opportunities. They're mostly unpaid, and the UTAS insurance covers the students while they're on their unpaid placements. And for fair work reasons, we've limited the placements to 80 hours just to protect the students in that unpaid space. The students also, and this is unique to this program, the students go through a full recruitment process just as part of the exposure to the way we do the recruitment process in Tasmania. It might be new to the international students who've applied for the program. They attend a workplace culture and communication skills workshop. Then they're invited to apply in written form, so a written application for the intern, so justifying why they want the internship and what they think they may get from it. And then those who are successful up to that point are invited to a panel interview. And then if they perform really well at the interview and the panel are confident that the students are ready to go out to industry, then they're matched to the internship opportunities that we may have. So yeah, full recruitment process, really fantastic quality students make it through as a result of that. So, you know, we hand on heart know that the students are ready to be out in industry and put on placement and represent the university as well. So as mentioned in the video, it is a really great way to develop a bit of a talent pool for businesses who may be struggling to find the right people. I think it's a great opportunity to see what a student is capable of doing by having that 50 to 80 hour internship. You know, they're trained and they're confident already before they come into the workplace, should they be offered permanent work afterwards as well. They do offer that really great worldly, youthful perspective as well, which is sometimes very refreshing to businesses who may have been doing the same thing for a number of years and had the same perspective. So that's a really great aspect of engaging the IPrep program. Enhanced visibility of your organisation as well for UTAS graduates. So, you know, if you're a regional business that may not be well known to University of Tasmania students and graduates, then this is another great way to get exposure. And I know that international students do talk to each other. So those who do get IPrep internships end up raving about their experience, what it's like working for the organisation as well. So that's something to take away too. Also, the opportunity to develop and mentor the future employees and leaders of Tasmania is a really big bonus. So, you know, like I said, you're getting really high calibre students coming through the IPrep program, and it's just such a great way to meet new people and I guess open up your talent pool. So just to finish up there, really easy to find me. I'm on LinkedIn. I check LinkedIn all the time. Please connect with me. I'd really love to have a conversation with anybody who might be interested in learning a little bit more about the IPrep program or getting engaged in the program, or if you've got interest in learning some more about our work experience programs that are in discipline, or if you've got queries about other parts of the university, so research projects that might be on offer. I can connect you to the relevant parts of the university, scholarships, that kind of thing. Please feel free to use me as a conduit to the rest of the university, I guess is what I'm trying to say there. But that's really myself in a nutshell. Our team has a lot more going on. We also work very closely with the careers team who develop employability resources and have developed a number of workshops and things like that for our students to make sure that they're putting their best foot forward before they graduate. But yeah, so that's me. I might leave it there.
Thanks very much, Penny. That was a very interesting overview. And can I please invite our participants in the program today, the webinar today, to put forth their questions. You've sparked a couple of questions for me, Penny. Firstly, congratulations on the number of businesses that you've gotten involved and the range of businesses that you've gotten involved. I guess I'm hearing at the moment in the papers and on LinkedIn that there's heaps of jobs in regional Australia. I suppose for me, the issue is attracting people to regional Australia and getting that first exposure right from the get-go at the university, I think is a absolutely terrific start. So congratulations on that work with businesses. Because businesses are busy places as well. I'm interested though in a couple of things. One is, are you, in talking to businesses, identifying skills gaps in terms of what they're looking for in terms of graduates? So that's the first question. And the second question is, do you do you use the program in recruiting people? So I suppose, can people look up and see these are where the vacancies are, these are the sorts of jobs that might interest me?
Absolutely. Thank you. Really great questions. And thank you so much for the congratulations early on. It's certainly a slow moving feast. You know, there is resistance sometimes from industry to engage in programs like IPrep until they see the value. So I think that the positive testimonials that come from having done the program for 4 years now are really starting to turn around the attitudes, especially in the more regional areas like the north and northwest of Tasmania. So we're really excited to be broadening the scope of the IPrep program again into the Northwest. So we're only just starting to engage businesses into the Northwest, which is really, really great. So regarding the skill gaps, that's a really good question. And what we do have is a number of industry engagement staff across the university. And there is one particular person who's attached to the University College, which is the non-traditional space for people entering higher education, I guess you could say. So people who might have been in work for 20 years and then decide to go to university for the first time. They go through the University College usually to do associate degrees before they go on to do undergraduate. There's a lady by the name of Sarah Jones, who's very well connected across regional Tasmania. She's like me, she's statewide, she's all disciplines, but her role, she also has short course development as well as micro-credentialing, which is generally a business to business thing. So for businesses who might be looking to upskill their staff, then the University of Tasmania does have the ability to create micro-credentialing, and the same goes for when students do go on placements. We do get feedback from industry where they say, this student didn't take constructive feedback very well. You need to work on the resilience of this discipline of students. So that is certainly something that we take on board when we're speaking with industry, and we do look very, very closely at the feedback we get. And we take surveys from businesses who do host students and take that very seriously, and we'll work closely with people like Sarah Jones to potentially develop short courses where it could be that there is a particular thing that a student might be missing that can make them more competitive when they head out, into the big bad world. Yeah, so absolutely, we certainly do take it very seriously when businesses give us feedback about skills gaps and do what we can to fill those gaps. And the other question was about recruitment. I guess with the IPrep program, it can be seen as developing a bit of a talent pool for those who go through the program and come out the end as a graduate. A lot of businesses come to us after the IPrep program and will say, I would like someone from the talent pool, from IPrep alumni, to take on a paid casual position, for example. So students and graduates do get work as a result of it shortly after. Whether it's confidence booster, and that's what the employers or the businesses see as a growth in the individual, or if it's just per chance, or in a lot of cases they don't want to let go of them and they say, look, this person was such a good fit, they're amazing, they're really hard workers, we'd really love to offer them some short-term work or some permanent work, which has happened. But it's completely organic, and it's certainly not something that we chase. We just leave it to the way the dice roll, I guess. If the student's a good fit for the business, then so be it. But we've had a really amazing turnaround. I think around 70% of our students have found work as a direct result of or shortly after their IPrep placements. So there is certainly value in both the business and the student going through the process for that reason. So hopefully that answers that question.
Thank you very much. And we've got two other questions that have come in, and please, if you're attending the webinar, send in some questions. There's two here, both by an anonymous attendee, so I don't know if they're the same person, but anyway, one is, and this would be your knowledge of whether or not other universities in other states also run internship programs that you know of. And then the second one is, my son is just in the process of finishing his business degree. Should he be in touch with his career counsellor about opportunities for work experience? Do all universities offer these services? So I've got a couple of things to say, but I'll get the expert first.
No worries. I think I can only really speak very broadly here, but I would be confident in saying that most of the other universities across Australia would be doing something similar to the University of Tasmania. The flagship International Student Work Experience program is quite unique. We're the first university to do this kind of thing. So I couldn't guarantee that there'd be a flagship international student program at each university, but I would be confident in saying that a lot of them would have work experience programs attached to discipline that students can actually sign up for as a unit of study, as part of their study. But definitely responding to that second question there, I would definitely recommend that you speak to the careers advisor that is at the university in question and have a chat about what their work experience opportunities are. But I also know for a fact that most of the universities have a job portal similar to Career Connect. Not quite as like Career Connect. They've got one called Career Hub mostly. We're all transitioning to Career Connect, which is the newer and more engaging portal, I guess. So there is a career hub that that current students will have access to. And something I didn't mention before too is Career Connect for UTAS students and graduates. They have up to 2 years post-graduation access to job opportunities. So we do encourage businesses who are looking for more experienced people to also consider advertising on Career Connect as well, because it is exclusively available to our students and grads. So hopefully that answers those questions.
In terms of your of the University of Tasmania, and one of the reasons we invited you on was that I think there are some unique elements of the university's project, particularly its engagement with business, I think, and that supervising or oversight role in placements across all disciplines. I think that the approach you're taking is perhaps more tailored than some universities are able to offer, and I suppose it's there are some advantages that you have multi-campuses as well. That having been said, about how many students are at the university at the moment?
That's a very good question. I believe that we would generally have around 30,000 students enrolled or associated with the university at any one time. That's pre-COVID. Numbers would look a little bit different for international students moving into 2021, just while borders are reopening and we resettle into the new normal, I guess you'd say. So that's a really good question. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head exactly how many, but it's certainly in the tens of thousands. But with Career Connect, I can tell you that we've had around 7,500 unique student logins just this year alone, which is really exciting. So we are getting really good student engagement through the Career Connect portal, and my understanding is we're rivaling some of the mainland university portals who have much larger student cohorts with Career Connect engagement. So we're really proud of that achievement. And with Career Connect, we're trying to make it a bit of a one-stop shop for students where they can get their employability resources, they can get recordings from sessions such as this, workshops and employability sessions and industry panels, that kind of thing. As well as make appointments with the careers advisors. It's a job portal as well, obviously. They can store documents for resumes and that kind of thing. And for industry, they can profile themselves and really put themselves up in lights. So, when they're setting up their profiles, I do recommend they take the time to upload logos, just to add a little bit of colour and movement when they do advertise in the portal, that they put a little bit of detail in their profiles just to help catch the eye, because what students can do in Career Connect, which is unique to the Career Connect portal, is they can actually follow employers. And then every time a business is to advertise an opportunity again, then they will get notified. The students will get notified that that opportunity is there. So it's a bit of a unique thing and a bit social media-y, which is fun. So if businesses do decide to register, I do recommend they spend a little bit of time profiling themselves. Yeah.
Oh, Penny, I've got a question there about, I suppose, business capacity, because I'm just wondering what you're doing there. What's your views on, I suppose, business would probably be unfamiliar with engaging with universities. Are you finding that there's a significant sort of capacity building or engagement with business? And are there sort of certain scale businesses that fit your service?
Really great questions. Thank you, Robert. We have been working with both small, medium and large businesses through the IPrep program in particular. Some of our larger utility companies like Hydro Tasmania, as well as local councils. So the Glenorchy City Council you saw on the video, they've been industry partners of ours in the program since the inception of the program, which is really exciting. So they've seen the growth and development of the program as well as some smaller businesses, as well as large accounting firms. So we've got Findex, for example. You saw Crow Horwath speaking. They're obviously changed their name to Findex recently. So large accounting firms. We've also had not-for-profit come on board, and they're probably medium-sized enterprise. We've had sole operators come to us saying, I don't have the resources to pay for somebody to do this. Could this fit with the IPrep program as a project in marketing, in social media, in that kind of thing? In which case we work with the sole operator to help meet their needs. And if we can't fit it into the IPrep program, then I will do my best to introduce them to someone around the university who may be able to help them. Push comes shove, if it needs to be a paid employment opportunity, then obviously we go down that road and get them to advertise in Career Connect. So very much a tailored program where businesses will come to us and say, we've got this project or we've got these few things, we'd really like to diversify our workplace. Do you think that this is something that we can do in the IPrep program? And what we do is we individually match each of the successful candidates to a placement based on their resume. So the students provide copies of their resumes and we look at their interests as well as what they're studying and personal attributes. And match them accordingly. So it is very much a tailored program, and I think that's attributable to the success of the program, because we speak to businesses on an individual one-to-one basis and meet their needs that way. But yes, it certainly has increased engagement with the university. For example, TasWater's a new industry partner of ours in the last 12 months. It started off being, they would advertise in Career Connect for paid graduate opportunities, to developing a new summer vacation internship program. And then they're also looking at becoming IPrep partners in 2021, which is great. So in some cases, I might build relationships with industry first, and then they look at the different services that are offered through the Career Connect team. And it just builds from there. They might say, actually, the IPrep program sounds fantastic. But we're also at the point with the program where word of mouth is getting around the state, and one business might say to another at a chamber event or whatever the case might be, or an association event, I had a really good experience with the IPrep program, and I recommend you get on board and have a chat to Career Connect, which is also a really exciting place to be in. So the short answer to that, Robert, would be we do engage with businesses of all shapes and sizes, which is really exciting and a privilege to be able to do.
That one point you raised about being virtual in the lockdown, but now coming back. But part of that virtual stuff work. Could you just unpack it? What are the techniques in that virtual side that seem to work well and are now part of the toolkit?
Yeah, absolutely. It's like I said, a very, very new sort of aspect of the program. But we did trial it this year with a couple of businesses, both internally and externally with a smaller business. I think the projects that would probably fit really well with virtual internships are computer-based internships, where someone would be sitting at their computer doing things on their computer anyway. But what we need to do is ensure that the students are getting the workplace culture exposure, which is obviously one of the main points of going on internship placements, and that is a bit tricky in the virtual world. But with us embracing this as our new normal this year, we said students really should experience this as well, because this is our life, this is our work. And it just came up as something in conversation with a small business who said, yeah, we'll give it a go. And they ended up including the student in strategic meetings and conversations they might have had with their board of directors or with the wider management team. The student just got to sit in and listen and contribute, given the chance. So they were still getting the workplace culture exposure that way, but then they would toddle off and just do the work offline in between those meetings. And by all accounts, it sounds like the student found it really valuable, and the business still got that project done over the course of that 80 hours. So yeah, it was 2 thumbs up from both parties, which is good.
Look, thank you, Penny. We've only got a couple of minutes left. If anyone else has got a question that they'd like to put forward, but I guess I just have one more question that interests me in terms of universities replicating, and from our point of view, it's replicating getting in regional placements because of the difficulties of attracting people to regional Australia. Do you do road shows out to your other campuses, or are the other campuses having a function in terms of supporting that Career Connect program? How does that work?
Yeah, good question. I think the beauty of being such a small state and my role being statewide has meant that I do get to do a little bit of road showing. I was limited to much less travel than I normally would do in the year. Normally I visit the north and northwest of the state monthly, but this year obviously I was restricted to before lockdown and then virtually afterwards until we start heading back into our new normal next year. But the University of Tasmania's made the decision to get people back to campus, so face-to-face offerings, get students enjoying just university culture and getting involved in extracurricular activities. And the same with staff who've been invited to come back 5 days a week if you work 5 days a week in my team from the 1st of February, which is really exciting. So we're looking at re-injecting life and getting that reinvigorated. So I'm hoping that will mean next year I get to travel a little bit more. It may not be as often as it was pre-COVID, because of the impact of losing a number of international students and that kind of thing. But yeah, what I do is hold events across the state, which is what we did in March and then again in October. In October, we were in Launceston in the northwest and we delivered a business lunch that promoted the IPrep program in particular, but as well, we spoke about the Career Connect portal as a great place for businesses to connect and engage with students, both virtually and face-to-face. And in the northwest, we delivered a business breakfast to a group of businesses through the Business Northwest Chamber. And we partnered in Launceston with the Launceston Chamber and the Northern Tas Development Corporation, and obviously the RDA was also there as an industry partner of ours as well. So we're trying to be very strategic about keeping the regional associations involved in the conversation, so they can keep it in the front of their colleagues' minds, I guess. That this is a service that the university provides and that we're doing everything we can to support regional opportunities. But we do find the same trends, Kate, to get students who may be studying in the south convinced that moving regional could be a really great career move for them, that it really does put them on a fast trajectory to success. It's just convincing them that those places are beautiful, and part of the funding support we're getting from state growth into 2021 will be that we could potentially move students who are studying in Hobart to the northwest for a block of 10 days to do a work experience placement with a Northwestern business, for example, where we hope that they will fall in love with the area and potentially get offered a permanent role with the business that they do their placement with. And just take it from there. So I will report back to you once we start getting rolling in 2021 about the success of engaging with Northwestern businesses and Southern students. Hopefully what we see is that movement of students who are based in the South graduate and then move to the more regional areas.
Yep, terrific. We've just got one last question and then I will have to sadly wind it up, but the person is asking about the postgraduate opportunities through Career Connect and the support that might be available for internships and work experience post-graduation.
Yeah, that's a really good question. And we do get a number of paid internship and work experience opportunities that are advertised directly from businesses to Career Connect. So there is certainly opportunity for somebody who may have graduated or is studying a master's or a PhD level qualification. But with the IPrep program, we've accepted master's students for a number of years. So for postgraduate students, they can, if they're an international student, for example, in the IPrep program, they can apply for the IPrep program. The one major rule is that they remain a current student while they're on placement. They can't graduate before they finish their placement, just for insurance purposes. So yeah, there's definitely opportunities for students who are in postgraduate level study to engage in work experience that way. I believe you would, if you're postgrad, you'd miss out on doing the work experience in discipline placements because that would be part of your undergraduate degree. But definitely with businesses, a lot of them will advertise paid internships and summer vacation opportunities through Career Connect. And we've held information sessions, say Taswater, they spoke about their summer vacation opportunities where they were looking for accounting, IT, engineering, and a number of other disciplines. And we brought students together in the virtual world like this, and we held a session where students had an opportunity to ask questions, and Taswater delivered a presentation about, what the program will look like and how to apply and what they look for in successful applicants, that kind of thing. So keep an eye on Career Connect events. And as a postgrad, like I said before, you do have access to Career Connect for up to 2 years post-graduation as well. And that goes for careers counselling. So you still have access to those services too. So we certainly don't leave you and just say good luck, bye-bye. All those services are available to support them while they transition into the workplace as well.
Fantastic. Look, thank you very much, Penny, for your time. I'm very conscious that regional Australia has a lot of needs in the NDIS space, which of course universities are focused on in their nursing, social work streams, etc. So that's another opportunity, though. Apparently baristas are also in high demand in regional Australia, but I don't think the university is going to start running barista courses.
We can certainly advertise for baristas, though. We'd have people who may be qualified baristas who've got experience and who are studying at university who might be looking for a summer in Queensland or a summer in the Northern Territory or, wherever the case may be. But certainly don't not advertise because you don't think you get a lot of interest. I think you're better off to advertise. It's risk-free, it's completely free. And we'll support it in any way that we can. We can put it on Facebook. We've got a Facebook page, UTAS Careers, and that is open to current students, alumni, as well as the general public. So, that's a really good place to put those casual and part-time opportunities as well.
Well, look, Penny, thank you very, very much for your time and best wishes for next year and all the opportunities that are going to emerge.